Hey everybody, Mike here within the Oaks, and what's up this driveway is our new property. Let's go check it out. This is the only driveway that's leading up to the new 6 acres that we just purchased. Today is nothing but a wet and rainy day, but thanks to this new sleep system that I got, we're gonna get a chance to explore this new property that we bought. However, this property does have a pretty cool feature that I'll show you at the very end. I don't know if you can tell, but as we're walking up, it is raining. We are under some canopy, so you might not be able to tell a whole lot. I have my truck parked around the corner with all my stuff that I might need for tonight, but right now we're just trying to get a nice spot picked out to set up the Haven tent. Looks like there is a little path here, and that's the main, quote, driveway that we have going up to the property. I was told that this land was perked not too long ago, so essentially you could put a septic in here, but I'm not 100% sure we're going to be doing all that right away. As we're walking up, it does clear out a little bit here, so we'll go and explore and see what that spot's like. Instead of sleeping in the truck tonight, I want to sleep in the Haven sleep system that I recently got, just to see how that's like. It's supposed to rain all night long, so we'll find out what that's like. What I'd like to do is get set up somewhere in there where it's a little thicker and we don't have any dead trees to worry about. It's hard to tell, but the road I walked in on is right here. This Haven sleep system that I have is the XL version, and I have to find 2 trees that aren't too far apart yet aren't too close enough, that aren't too close together. So I didn't bring any type of cutting instrument, so it's gonna have to be as I find it. And so far we're striking out lots of trees, but not spaced the way I like them. As I was walking up, I found this thing in the tree over here. Oh, it's an old hunting blind. Let's go check it out. Looks like the previous owner had a hunting blind set up here. I don't see a ladder. There is a spot for one that used to be here. Looks like the tree grew around it. And if you look through these leaves, you can see what's left of the ladder. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this is a very steep and rocky terrain. So I want to go horizontal and not necessarily up and down the mountain with my hammock, because that would just make for some poor sleeping. So if you're following along, I have to find trees that aren't too far apart, aren't too close, and now are beside one another rather than vertical from each other. Should have really checked that out before I bought it. I think I may have found something over here. Let's see if I can set up between these 2 trees that's off in the distance. The idea was to set up between this one and this one, but they're too far apart, and I have a tree growing right in the middle, so I'll have to keep looking. Wonder what's in that tree. Thinking that tree and that tree might work. I checked above. There are no widowmakers, just green canopy. So I think we're good. Let's give it a shot. So now that we got the hammock tent hung, let's get the rain fly on it because I'm hearing more rain coming. All right, rain flies on, we are set up. It can pour all at once too, and we should be bone dry in here. So I'll tell you a little bit about this tent. So this is the Haven XL. I got this tent because me and a couple of buddies, almost every year, we do a section of the Appalachian Trail, and I got tired of sleeping on the ground and also sleeping in a tent or sleeping in a hammock or hammock that makes you feel like you're a banana. This is their lay flat design, and you truly do lay flat, which is exactly what I need. Right now I have it what's called storm mode, where the rain fly is buttoned all the way down with these little toggles here, but when you flip this, this is really hard with one hand. You push these out, you're inside here with the insulated pad for wintertime. I don't have a lot of specifications memorized because I bought this with my own money. They did not send it to me, so I can say anything I want about it. But from my limited experience with this, it does actually lay flat, and I'll demonstrate that now. Keep in mind, I'm 6 foot and about 220 pounds. This is always good for comedic value. Take my boots off. And there we go. I'm not sure how flat I am, but it's definitely more comfortable than sleeping like a banana. And with the storm mode, you close up your bug netting, drop your flaps down here, and now I can sleep pretty comfortably. This is actually really comfortable. I'll see you in a little bit. We'll close it up here and get on to exploring the property. That's the main reason I came out here today. So if you're interested in this tent, let me know. Drop a like, leave some comments saying that you want to know more about this, and I'd be more than happy to do a full review, full specs, full everything on it. Right now, I just don't have the time because one, it's raining, and I don't want to be out here talking about that. I'd rather just explore this land. So a little bit about this property while I have the camera mounted to a tree right now is this is 6 acres of undeveloped land. As you can see, it's nothing but trees and thick brush. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how we got it at the end of the video. But right now, like I said, nothing but undeveloped land. I know that there's a bunch of deer here, there's bear here, there's turkey here. The previous owner left it abandoned. He bought it and never did anything with it besides having it perked. And what that means is it was tested and could hold a septic tank, a septic system, like a sand mound or something like that. So you could put a cabin on here. There's no driveway, there's no water, there's nothing, none of that. And it's partially why I bought it. This is our land. We can paint whatever type of canvas we want on this. So I'm very excited to have it. More content for you guys, but ultimately this is just another piece of property that we own now, and we can do whatever we want. So right now what I want to do is explore it. So let's go above the tent here and see what's laying around up here. Looks like we have a bunch of downed trees and things like that. This is where I was talking to you about the rocky nature of this land. You can see these big rocks here. Looks like there's a big downed tree right up there. Let's go check that out. So that tree wasn't anything spectacular, but I'm trying to walk slowly so I don't scare any wildlife. However, it dawned on me that it's raining, and anything that's out here, the only thing that's out here today is just some idiot walking in the woods. So I don't anticipate seeing anything, but who knows? You might. All I know is it looks pretty around here. See the fog rolling in? I don't know if you can see the tent, but it's right down in there in between those trees. I think. I really hope it's picking it up, but this fog looks really cool. I don't know if you can tell from that camera angle, but this is pretty steep. There's the tent. We'll head over that way and see what's going on over there. Almost looks like this was leveled off at one point. Oh, it drops off into a ravine. I'm just out here doing an initial scan of the property, and it looks pretty cool. Very steep, very rocky. I'm not gonna be putting a cabin way up here, but I wish I would have brought my drone for like aerial shots so you can see what it's like from above. I would imagine it's pretty cool, but lots of cool things to come. So you're probably asking, why are you out there in the rain today checking this out? Well, it just so happens that this is the time I have. I am free right now today, so took the truck to the new property and decided to do a quick video and take you guys along. So that's the real reason, is I have time. We've been extremely busy with the boys' sports for the past couple of months. Our kids do baseball, flag football, and our oldest is into wrestling. I am holding the camera level, so that gives you a rough idea about how steep this terrain is. So this is where I want to hear from you guys. Based on what you've been seeing with this property, what would you add to it? Would you put a cabin on here? Would you log it? That's another idea, is take out some of these big trees, but honestly, it's not one that I want to do. We don't necessarily need the money, so I don't want to destroy these nice trees. So would you put a log cabin on here? Would you just keep it off-grid completely like this? So drop a comment below and let me know what you'd do with a lot of this territory. Like again, this is 6.6 acres of raw wilderness. The other awesome thing about this area is you can't really get lost. If you're up, go down. That's where the truck is. I say that because I don't know where the tent is. I think it's down that way. There's a huge rock formation right over there. Let's go check that out. This is really slippery. One of the things I like to do, and it's a bit childish, when you find dead, rotten trees is to kick them over. It's not as satisfying, but still oddly satisfying. I'm not so sure how much of empty woods you can show before people stop watching. So before I push the envelope too much further, let's head back down to the tent. Also, we're starting to fog up here. I know I was joking earlier about getting lost in these woods, but I had a tough time finding my tent again. It wasn't really as simple as just walking down. I got myself mixed up a little bit, but luckily we got everything sorted out and we're at home for the night. I didn't bring any food or anything. I was just jacked up to get out here. So we're not gonna eat, we're not gonna drink. Luckily, it's close to bedtime and we're gonna crawl in here and get some shut-eye. And I'll wait till tomorrow morning to tell you why this area, this lot specifically, is so special to me. So we'll see you in the morning. So we're in the Haven tent right now, and one of the things I didn't show you earlier is that this thing actually has a pull cord on the side that if you pull it, it elevates your head. So right now I'm in more of a reclined position rather than completely laying flat. And it gives you time to kind of wind down before you go to bed, which is exactly what I'm about to do. Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. and it rained all night last night. Nothing crazy heavy, but just steady. I might go back to sleep for a little bit. All right, let's get up, get the day started. Okay, let's get out of this as disgraceful as we can. So this tent was extremely comfortable and stayed dry all night long. Not a drop of water got in, so I had no sleeping bag, no pillow, nothing like that. It was just me and the sleeping pad and the tent. And I was plenty warm. It got down to about 50 degrees last night, which isn't too bad. Sweatshirt and everything else, you're good to sleep in that. And right now it is 6:17 in the morning. Naturally, as I was down here talking to you guys, in between these two trees up at the top, I'm pretty sure I saw two deer. They heard me down here talking and turned around very quickly. So now that the scouting portion of this property is over with, and I'm gonna start wrapping up this video, I'm gonna tell you why this property is so special to not only myself, but also my family. And I'm not just gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna leave the tent behind because that's part of why this place is so cool. I don't know if you can tell, but right down in there, that's what makes this place, that's what makes this property so interesting to me and my family. Right over that hill is the driveway that we walked up yesterday, and up there is the tent. If you swing around here, you see another footpath going right down here over to the property next to us. All right, and if you haven't guessed it yet, the reason why that property way back there and all that thick woods, that 6 acres over there, why that's so special to us is because it butts up against our A-frame cabin. So the property we bought is right next door. So we own 6 acres at the A-frame, and now we own 6 acres right next door for more hunting and whatever we want to do, on it. And if you have time, stick around. I'll go grab some coffee and we'll talk about how we got this land. Ooh, it's hot. I'll make the story as quick as possible, and I appreciate everyone hanging out to the end. This property next to us has been abandoned for years. Ever since we got the A-frame, it's been abandoned. No one has ever come by to check it out, and nobody has ever really cared to upkeep it or anything like that. So the owners put it up for sale, and they wanted a lot of money for it, and nobody seemed to want to buy that. So it just remained for sale for at least 8 years. I was up hunting right behind here this past rifle season, and I saw more movement down here than I cared to see. So I scurried down my ladder, hopped on the four-wheeler, and went down there to talk to somebody who was looking at the property. They were walking the property to check it out. I met up with them on the four-wheeler, and I asked, hey, what's going on? I'm the neighbor here. You plan on buying it, so on and so forth. Very as friendly as I could be. And they said, yeah, they were planning to put an offer in the coming weeks. And I said, that sounds great. What are you planning on doing with the land? And he said he wanted to put a double wide trailer on it. And that did not sit well with me. And luckily my dad was hunting up here as well, so I talked to him about it. And my dad's the type of person that wouldn't let something like that happen. If there's land for sale next door, he's probably gonna buy it. And I went and talked to him and basically just told him, like, I don't have the money for this, but this is what's happening. I have knowledge, and he was the bankroll, so to speak. So all said and done, from beginning of December to middle of January, the property was ours, which was fantastic. I could not be more happy about that. The reason why I wanted the land is because I didn't want somebody else building beside us, and I didn't want to have to worry about who was moving in next door. I didn't want to have to worry about shooting lanes for rifle season and things like that. So it was a quick decision, but I think it was the right decision. The awesome part of being next door to the property now obviously we can stay in our A-frame cabin and work on the new property. So again, like I said earlier, drop a comment below. What do you think we should do with that land over there? Do you think we should put an off-grid cabin on it? Do you think we should just let it be and just hunt off of it, or any other ideas? So I want to sincerely thank you for checking out this video and staying till the end. I know it's probably not the most shocking reveal ever in the history of YouTube, but for our family, it is a pretty big deal. I want to thank you for watching and clicking this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the Oaks. Oh, and real quick, the tent is still up in the woods, and my boys are probably going to go play in it later, so we will get it.